Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Adorable is all I can say. Stay tuned. Y'all, today, like always, we're going to take beautiful paper and make a beautiful project. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by. And welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the positive ways in which you support me and my channel. Today we're going to make this beautiful accordion fold but expandable little folder that can hold cards as well as envelopes, or you can put recipe cards in here. Totally up to you, but you're going to see how easy it is to make, and it's beautiful to boot. So I'm going to give you a closer look in just a minute, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. Y'all, isn't this gorgeous? It's a beautiful chipboard box with accordion sides, but it can also expand, so you can stuff it with a whole bunch of different items if you want. In mine, I have cards and envelopes, but you can put recipe cards in here. You can put paper in here. You can make it a stationery holder. Completely up to you. Very easy to make. When finished, it's going to be 6 by 4.5, and it will be approximately 3 inches deep, depending on how you do your accordions. So here's what we're going to need to make it. This will be a chipboard project, and I'll be using a medium weight chipboard. If you don't have chipboard, you can always double up on your cereal boxes or shoe boxes, anything that's going to give you a hardboard consistency. So I have a piece that measures 1.5 by 6 1/4, and I have 2 pieces that measure 4.5 by 6. Then for the decorative papers, I have 2 pieces that measure 4 1/4 by 11. I have 1 piece that measures 4 by 8.5. I have 2 pieces that measure 6 by 8. And then for the cards, I have 4 bases that measure 5 1/4 by 8.5. And then for the envelopes, I'll also have 4 envelopes that measure 7.5 by 12. Now, the number of pieces that you'll need will be determined by how many you want to put in your expandable little box here. So this is what we're going to need to make it. Then I'm going to be using some 3 by 4 cut aparts. And I will be using some matte paper. The matte paper measures 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And the number of matte pieces that you need will again be determined by how many cards you put in your box. And then of course I'll just have some very clean and simple embellishments. So to get started, I am going to go ahead and remove all of my tape backers. So now that I have all of the tape backers removed from my chipboard pieces, we're going to take the papers that measure 6 by 8.5, and we're going to place the 2 largest pieces of chipboard down on that paper. Then we'll take the piece that measures 4 by 8.5, and we'll place down the bottom piece of chipboard. So now I'm just going to use my big old spatula to get everything nice and stuck. And then I'll take my stylus, and on each piece I'm going to press it against the chipboard and drive it into the paper to get a score on all 4 sides of each one of my chipboard pieces. And then we're just going to fold over each one of these pieces . And then we're going to miter cut each piece. So all we're doing is at the corner, we're cutting in at an angle so that we can do a very professional fold on these. And we're going to do the same type cut on all 3 pieces, on all 4 sides of each piece. And then here's our last piece. Now I'm going to take my tape and I'll just place tape on all four sides of my chipboard pieces. And so now we just peel away the tape backer and we're going to fold over on all four sides of each one of these chipboard pieces. All I'm going to be doing is just taking my paper and folding it over like this. Then I'll take a little bit of tape and add some tape to the edge of these pieces to make sure that I do have a nice stick, and we fold over. Let's go ahead and get that stuck. I'll do the others off camera and I'll be right back. Alright y'all, so now that I have all of my chipboard pieces covered, I forgot to give you the measurements for the inside liner piece, and this measures 4 1/4 by 5 3/4, and you will need 2 of these so that you can cover the inside liner. I am just going to use glue to cover these. You can use tape, but I am using glue. We'll take this piece and we're going to place it down inside like that. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Let's go ahead and add that glue. Get it stuck. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So now we have the front, the back, and the base for our project. We're going to go ahead and bring in those 2 pieces that measure 11 by 4 1/4. I'll need my scoreboard for this because I'm going to go ahead and score this at 5 1/2. I'm basically going to double that accordion side strip because I want it to be a little bit firmer than it is. So now I'm just going to fold this. And then I'm going to take my glue and I am just going to run a whole bunch of glue on the inside because I'll go back and spread it. So I am just going to spread the glue all around like this. There's one. You can do this with tape, but I'm using glue. So we'll do the same thing on this piece. Let's go ahead and add that glue. Fold over and get that glue nice and stuck. Really work it in. So now we have our 2 pieces that are much firmer than the original pieces that I put in. I like these, but I think they could have been a little bit sturdier. That's why I doubled up. So now we're going to take this and we're going to put it in on the 5 1/2 inch side, and we're going to make a score every 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch, 1, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3, 3 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, and 5. Then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on this side. I just want to make sure that I am truly trying to minimize this double paper cracking when I fold. I might have a few cracks, but that'll be okay. And then we do the same thing with the second one. So we place it in and we score every 1/2 inch all the way across. Then I'm going to flip it over and we do the same thing. So every 1/2 inch, just go back and score over a score mark you've already made on the opposite side. So now that we have our pieces, we're simply going to accordion fold. And oh yeah, this is going to be very nice and firm, which is what I want. So I'm just folding back and forth, accordion style. And now I'll just squeeze that nice and tight. And y'all, that is a very firm piece. So we'll do the same thing here. Going back and forth. And then when I get to the end, I will just squeeze. So now we're going to take our pieces and we're going to place them down, coming in about 1/4 inch on each side. So I am going to do that using my glue. And this time when I place it in, I think I'm going to place it so that it's all the way at the bottom. So I am coming in about 1/4 inch, getting this as close to the bottom edge as I can. Let's go ahead and get that nice and stuck. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. So we have our fold going out this way on this one, and we want the fold going out on this one as well. So I am just going to add my glue. We're going to take this piece, and when we put it down, we're going to try to go all the way to the bottom, going in about 1/4 inch. So I am pretty much eyeballing that 1/4 inch. But I think that that's close enough. And so now your piece will be like this. We're going to take our glue and place that glue right there. And we'll take this front cover here and we're going to put it down with it being at the bottom. And then I'm going to smush it, and then I'll just move it back and forth because I want to make sure that the two bottom chipboard pieces are nice and aligned. And then I want to look at it on the side because I want to make sure that I came in about 1/4 inch, which I can see that I did. So that's pretty good. So now I'll open that. And we'll add our glue here. And now we should be able to take this one, fold it like that, fold this one down, and get it stuck. I will need to lift it just to make sure that I have the accordion at the bottom. Now I should be able to squeeze like this. And now we have the accordion part built. We want to go ahead and place it on the base. So all I'm going to do is take this, put it on the base, and I'll squeeze in as I do it. And you'll see what I mean in just a minute. So I am just going to take my glue, place my glue along the bottom of the chipboard pieces. Like this. Then I'm just going to take this and squeeze in as far in as I want it to go. And we're going to place it down. and get it into place. Then I'll turn it around. I see that I can slide the back backward some. And then once you have it the way that you want it, just press down and let your glue dry. So let's just give this a moment to dry and we'll make our cards. So while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and fold the card bases. I have 4 and mine measure 5 1/4 by 8 1/2, and on the 8 1/2 inch side we score at 4 1/4. And then all we do is fold these in half like this. And I'm not adding any inside paper because you can see that I have nice, beautiful, light paper on the inside on which we can write. So I'm going to go ahead and just take 2 of my cards and put them in undecorated, and I'll decorate 2 of the cards with you guys. So I have 2 in there. Let's go ahead and decorate these 2. And we're going to do some very simple decorations. And then I have 2 matte pieces that measure 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And we're just going to mount these. So I'm just going to use my glue because it's handy. Add some glue. Let's place that down. And I'll add some glue to this piece. Place that down. And now we can mount these to the base. Place that there. Very quick and easy card. Take the next one and place it there. And so now we can take these 2 cards and we can place them in our box like that. So we have all of our cards in the box. We're going to go ahead and make a very quick envelope using the piece that measures 7 1/2 by 12. On the 7 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at 1. Rotate to the opposite 7 and score at 1. On the 12 inch side, we're going to score at 4 1/4, and then at 8 5/8. And then, y'all, we just need to fold and burnish all of our scores. And then, like always, we're going to free the center tab here. So at the score mark, I'll just angle in, and at this score mark, angle in. That frees that tab. And then we just remove the rectangular pieces on both ends of that tab. And it'll look like that. We do the same thing over here. Go ahead and angle in, and remove. And remove. Now I'm going to take my scissors and just round my corners because I like the rounded corner look. You don't have to do this, or if you have a corner rounder, you can use that to round. So now that we have our piece like this, I am going to go ahead and take some glue, place some glue right there, glue right there. The widest end is the bottom of your envelope, so I'll place my glue here and my glue right there. We can fold up and fold over, and there, my friends, is our envelope. Now for mine, I would need to make 4 because I have 4 cards in my box. The number of envelopes that you need will be determined by the number of cards that you make. So now I can just take this envelope and put it in with the corresponding card. Y'all, it was that simple, and look at how beautiful this is. I am so glad that I doubled up on the accordion fold paper because this really is very sturdy. This one is nice, but this is a little bit looser than I wanted it to be, so I doubled, and I'm much more pleased with how sturdy this one is. So if you are thinking about making this, you might want to consider doubling your paper because you'll have that nice sturdy side to this. So now I'm just going to take this little floral spray, and I think I'm going to place it right there like that. And then I have this really cute word sticker, and it says, "A dream is a wish your heart makes." And I think I want to use that. So I am going to add some glue to this little chipboard sticker. We're going to place it right there. Let me try to get that straight. And there, we are all done. Y'all, isn't that beautiful? It really, really is. And we have cards and envelopes in this nice little set. So easy to make. This is what we're able to do with beautiful paper and some chipboard. We're able to handcraft these gorgeous, gorgeous projects. So I am going to bring that first one back in because I want you guys to see just how gorgeous both of these are. Super, super easy to make. You just saw the process. So now you have this beautiful set that you can make to gift, keep, or sell. And I know in the UK, Mother's Day is coming up. So why not make this for one of the women in your life? Guys, I hope that you have enjoyed today's super awesome project. If you have, please hit the like button. As always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.